is the second planet from the Sun and one of the 4 terrestrial planets in the solar system. Many people often compare Venus to Earth's twin sister because it has similar size and mass to Earth. However, I don't like that comparison, because if Earth is a gentle world full of life, then Venus is a scorching world with surface temperatures that can reach 462 degrees Celsius, along with a toxic atmosphere. It resembles the hellish planet of the solar system more than Earth's sister. Despite such harsh conditions, researchers have long wondered if life could exist in the upper cloud layers of Venus. There have been previous data about Venus that caused much controversy, suggesting that Venus might not be too different from Earth. So what is the truth about Venus? Is it really a hellish planet or not? Please watch today's video for the answer. Wishing you relaxing and interesting moments. Now, let's explore together. Venus has been known to humans for a very long time because it is the third brightest celestial body in the sky when viewed from Earth. Its brightness is only surpassed by the Sun and the Moon. Venus is often known by other names such as Pai Bai Jin Sheng, Morning Star, Evening Star, etc. Just like Earth, Venus is a terrestrial planet. And sometimes people still call it the sister planet or twin planet of Earth, because it has an average radius of 6,052 kilometers, equivalent to 95% of Earth's radius. As for mass, it weighs about 4.87 times 10 to the 24 kilograms, equivalent to 81% of Earth's mass.
Additionally, the internal composition of Venus is quite similar to Earth.
Both planets have an iron core, surrounded by a mantle made of molten rock and a thin crust on the outside. The surface of Venus is also covered by a series of structures like mountains, valleys, and volcanoes. It even has 2 continents, including a highland area called Ishtar Terra, which is about the size of Australia near the planet's North Pole. The other larger continent is called Aphrodite Terra, which is about the size of South America stretching along the equator. Scientists say that many fractures have been discovered on these continents. This indicates that the planet may still be geologically active, with a partially molten mantle, moving tectonic plates, and even volcanic eruptions. Although there are many similarities to Earth, studies on Venus's atmosphere and temperature have revealed a harsh truth. This is a hellish planet. Venus's atmosphere is mainly carbon dioxide and contains permanent thick clouds of sulfuric acid. The total mass of carbon dioxide accounts for up to 96.5% of the atmosphere's mass, with the remaining mass mainly nitrogen. That's atmosphere, so if someone were to fall into Venus, a fact is that although Venus is not the closest planet to the Sun, it is the hottest planet in the solar system.
Due to the atmosphere being mainly CO2, Venus experiences the strongest greenhouse effect in the solar system, resulting in an average surface temperature of about 462 degrees Celsius.
Hotter than the average temperature of 427 degrees Celsius on Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun in the solar system. With this temperature, no known life could survive on Venus. Some scientists predict that billions of years ago, Venus also had a primitive atmosphere similar to Earth, and at that time, Venus also had a large amount of liquid water on its surface.
However, after about 600 million to several billion years, solar energy and the increasing greenhouse effect caused the water to evaporate completely,
leaving only a dry desert with rocks, dust, and possibly a few volcanoes still quietly active.
Ignoring the harsh and suffocating conditions, Venus is an extremely special and interesting planet.
First, it is the closest planet to us in the solar system. It is an average distance of 108 million kilometers from the Sun.
Therefore, at its closest point, it is only about 61 billion kilometers away from our planet.
Thus, not only is it a sister planet, it is also Earth's closest and most intimate neighbor. The length of a year on Venus is 225 Earth days, but because Venus rotates extremely slowly on its axis, the length of a day on it is 243 Earth days. This means that a day on Venus is longer than a Venusian year. Moreover, because the planet has retrograde rotation, meaning its rotation direction is opposite to the Sun's rotation. Therefore, if you had the chance to stand on Venus and observe the Sun, you would see the Sun rise in the west and set in the east, opposite to what we observe on Earth. With the most extreme conditions in the solar system, Venus has long been considered uninhabitable. The surface temperature and pressure are too great for water-based life forms to survive. However, some researchers have speculated that extreme microorganisms, thermophiles, and acidophiles might be able to exist in the upper cloud layers where the average temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius. In September 2020, this possibility increased significantly when astronomers announced that they had detected a chemical called phosphine in the upper cloud layer of Venus's atmosphere. This is a very simple molecule. On Earth, it is only produced by living organisms and human activities. Therefore, many believe that in the uppermost clouds of Venus's atmosphere, there must be life. This conclusion has caused much controversy, with some scientists arguing that the discovery might be mistaken, or there could be some unknown process producing phosphine in Venus's atmosphere. Subsequently, they conducted further searches, but the results did not match the initial announcements. Further studies indicate that the amount of water on Venus is so low that even the most resilient terrestrial bacteria would struggle to survive, and the planet may have lacked water in this way in the distant past. Currently, claims about life on Venus remain highly debated and lack a final conclusion. Scientists will need data from future probes to conduct more detailed research. Since the mid-20th century, human interest in Venus has rapidly increased, with many probes sent to fly by, orbit, and land on the planet. The first spacecraft to successfully fly by Venus was Mariner 2, launched by the United States in August 1962, passing about 34,760 kilometers from the planet in December of the same year. From 1960 to 1980, the Soviet Union's Venera program successfully landed 10 probes on Venus and transmitted data from the surface. Venera 7, launched in 1970, was the first robot to land on another planet and send back data, though it survived only about 23 minutes before being destroyed by the planet's harsh conditions. Magellan spacecraft returned to Venus and mapped the planet. Venus Climate Orbiter, also known as Akatsuki, has been studying the planet. In 2022, NASA released stunning images captured when the Parker Solar Probe flew by Venus. These are the first visible light images of the planet, revealing surface features such as continents, plains, and mountain ranges. However, compared to Mars, missions to Venus remain very few, limiting the data scientists have collected. It is hoped that in the near future, scientists will have more new missions to send spacecraft to explore Venus, the hellish planet of the solar system. At this point,
Talk to this video will take a break. Wishing you all an enjoyable viewing experience.
And now, goodbye and see you in the next videos. Farewell, everyone.